watching Let's Chat.
Coach Maurice Saliba joining us to spend the final few minutes of this Monday edition of Let's Chat. Coach Maurice, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Good talking to you.
Good to talk to you, sir. We're going to begin with vitamin D deficiency. Apparently, this is an underlying cause of a lot of different health problems, correct?
There is, especially at a time when there's a lot of stress and anxiety right now. We're talking about the overall health as well as the lungs health, right? With the coronavirus and everybody's worried about their lung health. And what's interesting about vitamin D, Chip, is for years, or especially the D3, for years, we've been told that if you have low vitamin D, it can lead to heart disease. Now it's associated with other factors. As a matter of fact, one of the studies shows that if you have less than optimal vitamin D levels, will significantly impair your immune response and make you far more susceptible to contracting colds, influenza, and respiratory infection. This is really, really interesting. And I know most of us are low on the vitamin D because we spend most of our time indoors. We don't spend as much time outside in the sun. And so one of my messages today to the listeners is let's get outside on this beautiful day. That you really need to get your vitamin D3 up. Take the vitamin D3 to improve your vitamin D absorption. And this can help you tremendously with your respiratory factor.
Is there a better time of day to take vitamin D? Should you do this at night, in the morning, or does it really matter?
Usually when you take supplements of any kind, Chip, it's best to divide it into a couple, take it twice a day. No multivitamin is designed to be absorbed 100%. Usually you only get about 60 to 80% absorption if it's a good quality product. So it's best to divide the portion into two, and the average adult needs about 8,000 IUs. That's international units per day. You need about 8,000, and we really recommend a vitamin D3. So it's good for your heart, good to prevent influenza and lung infections. A great time to make sure your vitamin D is up.
All right, I want to talk about memory loss for a second, and there's a lot of underlying factors that contribute to this. Can you kind of give us the overview of at least some of these factors?
Yeah, it's interesting. The top 7 that Dr. Amen from the Amen Clinic in Atlanta, Georgia speaks about, and he's one of my favorite brain doctors in the world. He's recognized as one of the best in the world. There are 7 factors that can really lead to memory loss and Alzheimer's. And this is very, very dangerous because every 7 seconds there's someone diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And Alzheimer's starts 20 years prior to diagnosis. So it is a big concern. The 7 factors are low testosterone. That's something we can control by checking with your doctor. Lack of sleep, that's something we can control as well. Most of us struggle with that under stress. Family history, that's the only thing we can't control of the 7. The other 6 of the 7 we can control. To continue, diabetes, if you're a diabetic, you're likely to develop memory loss. High blood pressure, obesity, and a lack of exercise. The reason why we keep going back to exercise, Chip, because when you exercise, you increase blood and oxygen flow through your brain. This will help tremendously. So everybody needs to get out and really get their heart rate up 30 minutes a day at least, if not more.
Are there any supplements we can help take to maybe ward off memory loss?
Yes, sir. On your show last week, I think we talked about one supplement. Today, what I really want to focus on is the 3 things that Dr. Amen recommends is ginkgo biloba, omega-3 fatty acid, but make sure that your EPA and DHA are 60-40. It should be 60 EPA, 40 DHA. And then vitamin D3, again, is beneficial for the brain. So here we go again with the vitamin D3. It's good for the brain, good to prevent lung infection, good for your heart. So ginkgo biloba, omega-3 fatty acid, and vitamin D3. One last thing I want to say about exercise, Chip, that's very amazing. It's just blew my mind when I read the stat in Dr. Amen's book. He said an 80-year-old person that walks 1 mile per hour has a 10% chance of living until the age of 90. But if moving at 3.5 miles per hour, the chances of living to be 90-year-old increases to 80%. Think about that. An 80-year-old person walking 1 mile per hour every day can increase their chances to be 90 by 10%, but walk 3.5 miles per hour and you can increase it by 80%. That's how important movement is.
Thanks to you, a lot of our viewers are continuing to take advantage of this Ascensia free diabetes supply program. Fill us in on that during the last 90 seconds or so we have here.
Yes, sir. Really, Ascensia Diabetes Care is offering up to 100 people. We still have about 20 spots open to receive delivered to their home a package that consists of 100 lancets, needles, the meter, the app you can download, workout bands, recipes, free of charge for up to 6 months. And that package is valued at $125 per month. It's delivered to your house. If you're interested, if you're a type 2 diabetic, all you need to do is let us know you're a type 2 and have a smartphone to download the app. That's it, and you'll get the products for free.
And of course, you'll not only get the products, you will find out how to use them to better improve your diabetic condition and your overall health, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely. And they'll have a coach that will keep up with them and contact them and coach them as well if they have any questions regarding diabetes. A great product. Take advantage of it.
All right. Again, you can find out more about Coach Maurice by checking out the website bridgetohealthandwellness.com. That's bridgetohealthandwellness.com. Coach Maurice, thank you so much. And we thank you for joining us as well. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning starting at 10 for Let's Chat. Make sure and join us then. Plus later on today for News 12 Now at noon.